Pike County Illinois! Woohoo!
And you know I was gonna dive in and grab the horn. 30 years ago you might have.
He's still alive? Oh!
He just stuck in the hole.
Holy cow.
That guy is a good hunter.
Illinois is a land of fertile soil and lowland woodlots. The combination of these two elements has made for some great white-tailed deer habitat. With the amazing opportunity to hunt some giant white-tailed deer, my dad has hunted Illinois for 20 years. In 2020, my dad had a brain tumor removed, and this got me thinking, I need to start going on these Illinois hunts with my dad. So we booked the hunt with Antler Ridge Outfitters. The fall of 2021, my dad and I, as well as my Uncle Doug and our good friend Roger Hansen, headed down to go on our Illinois hunt.
Just about to enter into Pike County. It's getting real, boys and girls. That ridge straight ahead. Take a look at that. We're in the land of big bucks.
Oh, they're still going out to the beans.
Really nice buck. See it straight away?
Yep.
Right in the corner. You got it?
Got it on him. Yeah, not huge, but decent. Did you guys see anything?
Break the board.
That's it? He doesn't want to tell us. The turkey.
Are we only half alive? Embers drifting in the night, looking, wandering all the time. We see a kingdom. This is not my home. This skin and bone. The daylight will reconcile the dead and the gone. Let the kingdom come.
Gonna check the first camera of this trip. Alright, let's check some pictures. Well, that camera location ended up being a bust. Got all these stupid cockleburs all over me here. I was in the woods for like 20 seconds and get them everywhere. Alright, it's time to head in on this first hunt. Gonna be doing a hanging hunt here and scout my way in, try to find a spot that I think is gonna be ideal to set up on, and it's gonna be some standing corn back in this spot. Most of the stuff around here is cut, but it was cut a long time ago. I must have walked through like some sort of bramble bush thing or something, because I got 8 million of these things all over my body. My goodness. Access when there's standing corn is a nightmare. That was miserable. I was able to jump in a row and just kind of cruise, but man, does that make a lot of noise. That's the first bit of sign. The wind just isn't good to hunt this spot tonight. I'm gonna keep pushing back. Oh, man, that's crazy. So I made it back to the big cornfield back here that I wanted to get to. But I found a really big scrape ahead of me. Got set up on stand here. I wanted to scout my way through this and find the best sign on here, and I'm far from the best spot right now. I really wanted to set up on that sign that I found back by my trail camera.
Ready to do this?
Oh yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the deer that you're going after tonight.
Started getting pictures of them last year, so I called them splits. I'd say at least a 5.5-year-old buck. Just hope he'll show up during daylight.
Last night, my dad was sitting straight across over there, right on that tree line there, and he was able to glass everything out in this cut cornfield, and he saw a really nice, about 140 class 9-pointer come out into this field and feed right over around this deer stand and over by the ground blind. So we figured might as well strike while the iron's hot, you know, and go in and try to kill this deer. So see what happens.
How'd it end up for you?
I seen a doe.
Any action? I saw just a couple does. What about you guys?
I saw 3 does and 3 fawns. I blew that big guy out of the island again when I came up there.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. And then at 5:25, sounded like because he never left the corn, a ruckus in the corn, and the buck that looks like the one you got on camera come out of there like he got his butt whipped by the big boy. It was like a World War III, and they must have been sparring. And then I hear this buck growling down there in the creek.
Are you kidding me?
I kid you not. And then he's dogging a doe back and forth and chased it right within 20 yards of my tree. 6-point buck.
Are you kidding me?
I almost fell out of the tree.
You're about ready to shoot a slammer, you know, and it's a little
6-pointer.
Wow, it seems like wherever you're going, the action's at, man. I should just start following him.
Yeah.
Always that way. He says he gives us a good spot.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
I'm all up to you guys.
Yeah.
So this morning I got pictures of that big 8-pointer. I'm jacked up, and this 8-pointer is huge. And he was headed back into what I believe is the bedding area. So I'm gonna try to follow his tracks and see where he actually goes into the woods. And I'm hoping that I can intercept this deer as he comes out of his bed. Maybe there's a scrape there or something that could be like the first location that he goes to. I think I went too deep. The sign was just amazing. I was finding tracks, rubs, scrapes. Everything was screaming right here, right now. And I kept pushing deeper because I thought that he'd be back here. It was like all of a sudden the last 100 yards, there was hardly any sign, and out on that point it was just loaded. I think I went too far.
It looked like a buck, wasn't it?
Small one if it was.
Yeah.
If you include today, we've got 4 more full days of hunting left. Nothing has been happening for me yet. I have yet to see a buck. I did get a little deflated yesterday when I headed back in to go try to kill that big 8-pointer, and just mistakes that probably costed me. So I've been trying to regroup and come up with another game plan. We're gonna get some cooler weather. Wind's coming out of the north right now. That'll be a little bit better for deer activity. Yesterday it was just brutal. Nobody between the 4 of us saw a deer last night. So they're just not moving right now. All that to say, I need some luck here. I haven't had any of it yet, and I need some. So send it my way. Set up, ready to go. Things got rainy real quick here. Wasn't forecasted. It's gonna be a fun hunt. Look at these 2 rascals.
Fawns are little skirts, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Boy, that's greasy there. Holy cow. Real greasy.
Let me see. Yep. All right, we'll see ya. We're on to the final 3 days of our hunt down in Illinois. Last night I finally saw a set of antlers on a buck. We've got some really good weather this morning. Nice cool temperatures. Beautiful sunrise. I just saw a deer streaking across the cut cornfield. looked like just a doe. Just got a cell camera update. Pretty decent buck running right past it. He looks a little young, but he's got a really nice rack on him. And he's not that crazy far away from me. He's 400 yards or so. That's something that we've been seeing here recently, is this like really late morning movement from the bucks. It's almost like they're up cruising already, looking for does. I don't usually ever see it this early up in the north woods. So the stand that's behind me right here, that's the one that my dad saw that nice buck out of the first night that we hunted down here. Well, just last night, Doug hunted this spot, and he ended up seeing 2 shooter bucks, and they were working their way over towards the ground blind that I had set up. So tonight, we're slipping in and gonna hopefully try to kill one of those bucks from the ground blind. Working out the kinks, ladies and gentlemen. That happens when I'm drawn back of that deer. I'm gonna be like, let's retry that. Just passed up that 8-pointer. I think it might be the same one that I saw the other day. I got to watch him just kind of feeding on acorns and stuff. Hopefully that's a sign though of things to come, that bucks will just keep moving through and feeding. There's been an oak tree up here that's just been dropping like bananas.
I thought I heard that thing crash into the north. And a couple times we heard that buck.
No blood.
What'd you figure out?
No blood, so he snorted at me though. It wasn't bedded that far away. And then all of a sudden I noticed he can't use one leg.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe one of you guys stuck him. And so then I didn't have a shot before that. And then I grab my bow, I draw, and I'm trying to get a shot at him through. It just, and I had one little opening at his hind end. Now I'm glad I didn't take that shot, because, you know, if I'd have seen blood coming out the one side, I would have just touched off.
Yeah.
But he might have gotten beat up by one of them other bucks.
Huh.
He looks just like that 9-pointer I shot at Terry's, except he's got short brow tines. But I mean, they're 9 or 10 on his G2s, and so if I'm wrong, he's upper 130s.
But I didn't spend much time looking at his horns once I figured out he was hurt.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard
Did
to
you
tell
see
when-
where he ran to?
No, I couldn't. It's so thick in there.
Oh, yeah.
That's where they bed in there.
That's where they're bedding in there.
But one deer went bailed the ridge this way, 2 went this way, and I think he went kind of straight up.
Really?
But I mean, he would have to,
Really? It was that bad?
because the one leg he was almost dragging it.
Huh.
So either a buck kicked the crap out of him, or somebody shot him a couple weeks ago, and there's an arrow stuck in his offside shoulder or something. But that was a nice buy at home. I would have never even hesitated to shoot.
Oh, yeah.
That. I mean, that's a beautiful buck at home. But he's a 3.5 here, just chocolate. So you guys see anything? Did you?
I saw an 8-pointer.
We probably saw the same meat.
Yeah, he headed over to
How big
Doug's
was he?
direction. He's the same one that I saw in the food plot out there the
Oh,
other
okay,
day.
that small
video
one.
of.
They might have ran that to see how juicy that was too. But they're doing low ground here. That didn't last.
We're on the final morning of our hunt here in Illinois. It's amazing how fast it goes by. I have yet to see a shooter, but this could go from a very challenging hunt to a very exciting hunt in a matter of moments, and so I'm trying to stay positive. But at this point, you kind of almost have to accept the fact that it might not happen. I've been having a really good time with the guys, and I've really enjoyed a lot of this downtime that I'm getting out in the woods. Just being able to get away from the rat race of life and spend an entire week just thinking about hunting and deer. I am really looking forward to getting home and seeing my daughter, Madeline, and my wife, Nicole. My daughter just figured out how to climb out of her crib yesterday. I definitely miss them. We've been seeing buck activity happening around 9, 10 o'clock. Anything's possible at this point. See what happens.
He did. Yep. What he did. Well, we gotta look at the footage and see and check it out. But
Oh, did he? Has he recovered it? Or?
no, not yet. We haven't looked for it yet.
Oh, really? Did he? Was he up here?
He's right here. Yeah.
Oh, is he?
All right, I'm gonna shoot him. He did. Yep. What he did.
He did. He was there for quite a while.
Yeah, he said he had 3-4 minutes or something.
Taking quicker timbers than me.
He's got a little bit of shake there. you can tell you're getting amped up.
Yeah.
Boy, he's just taking his time.
That's the worst kind to shoot too, because it takes forever, you know.
Oh,
you know, I like it when it's 15 seconds and it's over.
I could see why you're blacking out towards the end there. Here it is. Oh, yeah, that's a big deer. So he is quartering just a little bit.
Oh, he was quartering a little.
What color was the blood?
Red?
You can hear it hit.
It's almost, yeah, you can hear that.
Yeah, you hear it. You hear it like a little crack, like a smack.
Yeah, that's what I heard, a smack. Yeah, we gotta make room for that big old buck.
Oh, you went down that boat.
I was wearing tenders. This is how we do it in Wisconsin when it's warm, you wear Crocs. Hit him good. I thought so, a whack, but I just didn't catch where my arrow went. Man. Kung Fu Flu is killing me.
And here's where he was shot. Where'd you find blood then? Down here a little bit. I'm just looking to see if there's any clear right in here. It would have to be right in there. Blood right there. There's blood there. Blood there.
There's blood on the arrow, but it's just specks.
Off with the back shoulder. You can tell her that's blood on that leaf. There. Blood right there. There's blood here.
A lot of things go down when you're hurting like that.
It was right here. What do you think that looks pretty good, doesn't it? I wonder if he pulled it out. Or just the brush pulled it out.
Blood by your feet.
Oh, right here, yeah. Oh, but good blood there, good blood there. This one took a while to find. Take a left. What? He's coming up. He's still alive? Oh!
I thought you said he's dead over here.
No. Punch your way over.
Yeah, if we would have heard you say hunt to you,
Yeah.
it sounded like he's dead over here, guys.
No.
Shoot.
I heard you say bedded over here, but I thought you meant like he was dead.
No, bedded,
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't hear that, Nathan. Son of a gun.
I didn't want to yell too much because he's walking around.
You almost got run over. I heard you go, hey, hey, hey. The fact that he would let us get that close, though, he's hurting.
He's hurting bad.
I was just gonna, I was gonna dive in and grab the horn. 30 years ago, you might have. I would have. In my quick days, I could have, but old fat man can't move that fast anymore. Right? But I mean, I was 8-10 feet from him when he crashed there. And I was almost ready to Kurt Gowdy him.
You were about ready to get
But I didn't want to get gored there. I really didn't want to. If he was going to get tangled up in there, I was going to go grab his horns and then, Doug, get down here. You see me wrestling the ding.
If you started wrestling that thing, I'd be like,
Oh, Nathan will be filming it?
that would have been one of the most wild things ever.
That'd be a seller. Somebody would buy that. I think you caught just maybe a tip of one lung and got the other lung because he's hurting, but he's filling up with blood. A couple times I thought I heard him gurgle here. Yeah. I don't want to find him because I want to drag him out of here.
Oh, man. This tree right there.
You got him?
I heard the shot.
Oh, you heard the whack.
I heard the whack. Yeah, buddy.
Good tracking dog. Oh, he just stuck an arrow.
Holy cow. He's a good, my goodness.
That guy is a good hunter.
How did you end up spotting him then? Just saw him bedded up on that
And then
ledge.
you pussyfooted in and got a shot at him.
Wow, the first time holding the antlers.
You know, I went down to the bottom because them suckers always want to go, and he's going to stay near water. He needs water.
So double lungs, he hit the one good and then wing the second one.
Yep, right there on the edge, I think.
How did we not have more blood with it? It came out the other side.
Here comes the sled to the rescue.
See if I can keep from puking by the time we get halfway up the hill. I know.
I got nervous when we bumped him, and I'm thinking we should back out, but you know, it ended up working out.
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah, praise God. That was an answered prayer. We said a little prayer before we went.
1, 2, 3.
It's a lot better sitting there, isn't it? So you can get at it.
Well, Doug, now you're gonna have to get a buck.
This morning, when I was in the stand, I had this really special moment with the Lord where I just reflected on the hunt. As much as I wanted an opportunity at a big buck, there was a greater purpose behind this hunt. The reason that I was here in the first place was because my dad had a tumor, and I knew that I needed to make sure that I go on a hunt like this with him. You know, we never know how many hunts we get together. And around that time, Doug shot his buck. And then we get to go out and have one of the most special family times I've ever had. I'll never forget that one.